खलीफा के हम हैं खलीफा हमारा, वो दिल है हमारा आका हमारा, हमारा हमारा खलीफा हमारा, वो दिल है हमारा आका हमारा, वो दिल है हमारा आका हमारा.
Assalamu alaikum et bienvenue à l'émission Cette semaine avec le Calife. Nous avons l'honneur de vous présenter les points forts de deux rencontres virtuelles tenues avec des Khuddam et des Atfal des États-Unis. Le Calife a également prononcé le discours de clôture lors de la conférence annuelle de l'Association des ingénieurs et architectes Ahmadi. Nous débutons par l'événement de samedi au cours duquel le Calife, qu'Allah soit son soutien, a rencontré des membres de la Majlis Atfal al-Ahmadiyya des États-Unis. Le week-end dernier, des Khuddam et des Atfal des États-Unis, réunis à la mosquée Baitul Hamid à Los Angeles, ont eu la chance d'avoir deux rencontres virtuelles avec Sa Sainteté le Calife, qu'Allah soit son soutien. De plus, le Calife a prononcé le discours de clôture lors de la conférence annuelle de l'Association internationale des architectes et ingénieurs Ahmadi. Samedi, les membres de la Majlis Atfal al-Ahmadiyya des États-Unis ont eu l'occasion de rencontrer le Calife et après une courte session formelle, les Atfal ont pu lui poser une série de questions.
Assalamu alaikum, Huzoor.
Wa alaikum salam. Can I see your face?
My question is that sometimes elders say that the prayers of children are more easily accepted. Could beloved Huzoor help us understand this better?
You see, because children are innocent. This is why it is said, even there's a tradition as well, that since children are innocent, their prayers are accepted. And the grown-up people, those who have committed so many sins, or they are not paying full attention to their prayers, they are involved in worldly activities, and they do not do justice with their duties towards their Creator, Allah Ta'ala, then it means only they are going to pray when they are in need of something. But in the case of children, they are not involved very much in the worldly things. They are innocent in this age. So when they pray, that Allah Ta'ala accepts their prayer because of their innocence, because it is coming out from their heart. So Allah loves the innocent people. If grown-up people, elderly people, those who are very pious are innocent, Allah Ta'ala also accepts their prayer. But most of the cases we see in today's world that people are involved in worldly things, whereas young children do not know much about the worldly things, and they are innocent. They have not committed sins. This is why Allah Ta'ala accepts their prayers. Okay?
Can beloved Huzoor please explain the difference between arrogance and confidence, and how can one make sure that he is not being arrogant?
What is arrogance? You know what is arrogance?
A part of arrogance I feel is being overconfident in certain
Not overconfidence. That when you think that whatever you are saying is correct and whatever other people are saying is wrong. It is not wrong to think that you are right, but it is wrong to behave in a way that shows that you cannot tolerate the opposition. And you start quarreling with them, arguing with them in a manner which is not appropriate. And always think that you are always right. That is arrogance. Whereas the confidence is that whenever you are talking, you talk with substantial proofs. So if you think whatever you are saying, you have the argument for it, then you can give your arguments. And if other person accepts your arguments, well and good. But you know that you are well aware of this subject. And you are confident that whatever you are talking, you have proof to prove it. That is your confidence. But if you debate with somebody and your argument is refuted, or people refuse to accept you, then you become angry and start fighting with them. That is arrogance. So this is the difference. You should have confidence, and for confidence you will have to increase your knowledge. But sometimes arrogant people do not have knowledge, despite that they think they are right. So those who are confident, they have the knowledge to support their argument. And whether somebody accepts your argument or not, you know that you are well aware of this subject. And so instead of fighting or quarreling or arguing with them, you just stop, okay, whatever you are saying, I accept. Even Hazrat Masih Maud has quoted that there used to be one king, there is this narration. And he used to write the Holy Quran with his hand. One time, a scholar came to meet him, and he saw the written words of the Holy Quran, which were written by the king. The scholar said that you did not write this word correctly. The king just encircled that word. And when that so-called scholar left, the king just erased that circle. The people sitting with him asked that, why did you encircle the word, and now you have erased it? The king said, I wrote it correctly. I was right. But since this so-called scholar thought that he is right, so instead of arguing with him, I just encircled the word so that he is satisfied that I have marked it. Instead of arguing it wrongly, he did not show arrogance. See, he showed the height of humility. Despite being king, he did not argue, and this is confidence, and also shows that how we can avoid arrogance.
Jazakallah, Huzoor.
Assalamu alaikum, beloved Huzoor.
Wa alaikum salam.
My question is, how can we be happier?
How old are you?
9.
9? You should always be contented. Always think that Allah Ta'ala has blessed you with so many things. Allah Ta'ala has given you good health, has given you good physique, has given you beautiful face, your eyesight is good. Allah Ta'ala has given you ears with which you can hear everything. Allah Ta'ala has given you mouth and tongue with which you can speak good things. And thank Allah Ta'ala all the time. And He has provided you all the facilities. He has given you the opportunity to go to school and educate yourself. He has given you good parents and good siblings. Then it makes you happy. Do you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have 2 younger brothers.
Achha. Even if they do not behave well with you, even then, always be happy. And thank Allah Ta'ala that has given you so many things. You see, there are quite a number of people in this world, even their basic rights are being deprived. They do not get enough food to survive. they do not have the opportunity to go to school. Sometimes they drink dirty pond water, whereas you are drinking bottled water or clean water from your tap. So, if you think that how Allah Ta'ala has blessed you with so many things, so we'll be happy. And if you are thankful to Allah Ta'ala, Allah Ta'ala will always keep you happy. Okay? Always see those people who are deprived of all these facilities, whereas you have got all these things. You see, this is why there is a tradition of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. He said that when it's a matter of religion, of piety, of good things, then always see those people who are better than you. When it is a matter of worldly things, then always see those who are below you, those who have less facilities than you. Then it will make you thankful to Allah Ta'ala and you will be happy. ठीक? हाँ जी सर साहब.
Beloved Huzoor, please keep us in your prayers.
Allah Ta'ala bless you all. Make you strong and staunch, inshallah Ta'ala. Okay then. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Plus tard le même jour, sa sainteté le calife qu'Allah soit son soutien a prononcé le discours de clôture de la conférence internationale des ingénieurs et architectes Ahmadis. Dans son discours, sa sainteté le calife a mis en garde contre les conséquences désastreuses si la situation en Ukraine s'aggravait. Le calife a déclaré que si une guerre mondiale devait éclater, il incomberait aux musulmans Ahmadis de reconstruire la société.
Where we must pray that the world's leaders see sense and de-escalate before it is too late. We must also stand ready to play a leading role in rebuilding society if, God forbid, such horrific circumstances ever come to pass. Certainly, in the aftermath of such a war, humanity will face the monumental challenge of rebuilding the world piece by piece. And it will be our duty as Ahmadi Muslims to be at the forefront of that effort. If, God forbid, the world's political powers remain bent on forcing the world into a blazing fire of warfare and destruction, it will be our task as Ahmadi Muslims to be there to pick up the pieces and to apply cooling balm upon the scorching wounds of mankind and society. It will be our obligation and duty to strive to rebuild society and to save mankind from further turmoil and sorrow.
Le jour suivant, les membres de la Majlis Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya des États-Unis ont également eu la chance de rencontrer le calife et de lui poser des questions.
My question is, how can a Khuddam who struggles with the clash of the Western culture he was born into and the Eastern culture of his parents solidify his identity as the product of both and continue to be a good Ahmadi Muslim?
Islam is a universal religion. And then if Islam claims that it is a universal religion, then there should not be any question of culture there. People of different cultures will join Islam, right? If you convert the whole of United States or majority of Americans into Ahmadiyyat, then will they adopt your Asian culture? No. They will only follow the teachings of Islam. And the teaching of Islam is that you should discharge your rights you owe to your Creator, towards Allah Ta'ala. That is, worship Him as has been prescribed in the Holy Quran, or as has been told to us by the Holy Prophet ﷺ, or has been practiced by the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Secondly, to follow the commandments and injunctions of the Holy Quran. Right? So it is not a matter of culture. Don't try to impose your culture on people. This is why the new converts always feel uncomfortable when they come to your company, when they come to your meetings. You are trying to impose your Asian culture on them. No. Try to tell them what are the teachings of Islam. And this is the religion, this is the culture. You have your own traditions. There are quite a number of Asian traditions which are contradictory to the teachings of Islam. That does not mean that Islam teaches those things. There are so many innovations which have been created in the teaching of Islam, which has nothing to do with the teaching of Islam. That is the culture. So, if you are offering 5 daily prayers, and if you are morally good, if you are obeying the commandments of the Holy Quran, there are 700 or more commandments given in the Holy Quran. If you are following that, that is enough. Otherwise, you cannot spread the message of Islam. You cannot do tabligh. Arabs have their own culture. Africans have their own culture. Americans have their own culture. Europeans have their own culture. Asians have their own culture. Even in Asia, there are quite a number of cultures. There are quite a number of religions, Hindus. And Pakistani culture has been influenced by Hindu culture, because during the olden times, both of us were living together. So, always see what is the true teaching of Islam. Islamic culture is the culture, not Asian culture. And Islamic culture is nothing but the teaching. That is to practice whatever has been given in the Holy Quran. Apart from that, there is nothing. If you are offering 5 daily prayers, if you are reading the Holy Quran, if you are morally good, if you are following the commandments of the Holy Quran, if you are not corrupt, if you are giving due respect to your parents, to your elders, if you are honest to the nation, if you are working hard wherever you are working, if you are a student, you are working hard to become a good student, then that is the culture and that is the teaching. Apart from that, nothing. If you are an Ahmadi and if you are following the guidance given to you by the Khalifa of the time, and you are fully obedient to him, you are honoring the condition of Bai'at, you are honoring and respecting the status of Bai'at, then you are a good Ahmadi, Muslim, and that is your tradition, that is your culture, that is your teaching. Okay?
Ji.
Right? Okay.
Beloved Huzoor, certain scientists and doctors say that homeopathic and herbal medicine merely acts as a placebo and does not have an impact on curing illness. As Ahmadis, how should we respond? And what sources are there to learn more on the effects of homeopathic medicine on the body?
This is the propaganda of modern days doctors or researchers who give more emphasis on allopathic medicine, that homeopathic just leaves a psychological effect. It has nothing to do with the treatment. In olden days, these native and herbal medicine were being used for curing the patients. And there were quite good and promising results of those treatments. Even in homeopathic, I have seen on myself, I'm just indifferent with regards to the medicine. I did not believe that it has a miraculous effect on me, or it can leave any miraculous effect on me. I just take it as a medicine. And my ailment is cured. It is wrong to say that there is no research. There are quite a number of doctors and researchers in homeopathic in France and Germany who are doing research on it. And even in India, they are introducing new medicines. So we don't know which of the medicine is good for us. If you believe that the healer is Allah Ta'ala, then Allah Ta'ala can heal with any of the medicine. And we don't know which of them is good. Once Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Sani was taking some medicine, and he took some homeopathic medicine, then native herbal medicine, and then took some allopathic medicine for his ailment, whatever it was. So somebody was sitting beside him. He asked him, Huzoor, you have taken 3 medicine. How do you know which will affect? He said, I don't trust in any one of them. I only trust Allah Ta'ala, and I know He is the healer. And I only know that I don't know. I am not the person who has the knowledge of the unforeseen. Allah Ta'ala knows better. And I don't know which of the medicine can work on me. So this is why I have taken all. So if Allah Ta'ala has given the quality of healing in homeopathic, then it will work. If it has given to allopathic, then it will work. If Allah Ta'ala has given the quality of healing in native medicine, then it will work. It is not a matter of our faith that homeopathic is the only medicine which works. But the matter of the faith is that we should believe in Allah Ta'ala, and we should believe that He is the healer. Right? Even there are quite a number of patients, those who are getting medical treatment from the doctors in the hospitals, and they write to me that if there is any homeopathic medicine, and with the consultation of our doctors, I then do send them medicine, and sometime it works. Sometime doctors say that according to our treatment, this ailment should have taken a longer period, but it has been cured within short time, and that is a miracle. So we don't know whether the allopathic medicine worked with the prayers, and that miracle happened because of it, or the homeopathic medicine. So keep in mind that we do not believe in any of the medicine. We have a firm belief in that Allah is the healer, Shafi. This is why I always ask MD doctors, whenever they are writing any prescription for their patients, they should write Huwa Shafi, that Allah is the healer, not they or not their medicine. And then pray to Allah Ta'ala that Allah Ta'ala make this medicine for the patient as a cure. Okay?
Recently, there have been some Ahmadis on social media that have not been showing the best example of obedience to the Khalifa of the time. Dear Huzoor, how can we explain to these Ahmadis that complete obedience to the Khilafat is a must and is a source of lot of blessings? It would be really helpful if you can share the example of Sahaba Rizwanullah alayhim and how they showed obedience to the Khalifa.
You want me to give a full khutbah on it, which I have already done. I have been doing it all the time. If you read the book, The Conditions of Bai'at, or Sharayat-e-Bai'at in Urdu, and that was a series of my speeches and khutbahs. This question has been answered there in detail and very elaborately. Anyway, the thing is that they are indifferent about religion. If you do some detailed research, you would see that most of them do not offer 5 daily prayers, not even Friday prayers. They do not discharge their duties they owe to Allah Ta'ala. So those who are not discharging their duties towards Allah Ta'ala, how can they be obedient to the Khilafat? Right? And there are some among them even who offer their prayers, but their understanding is not good with regards to the religion and obedience. You always say in your pledge of Khuddam wal-Ahmadiyya, even the condition of the Bai'at, that you will obey the maroof decisions of the Khalifa Waqt. And they say that Khalifa Waqt can also take the decisions which are not maroof. But they are wrong in this. So, do they have any list of maroof and not maroof? That this is right and this is wrong? Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Awwal has said that this word has been used for the Holy Prophet ﷺ in the Holy Quran. That I will obey the Holy Prophet ﷺ in his maroof decisions. So Khalifa Awwal said that have they made any list of maroof and not maroof decisions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ? So he said that the meaning is that whatever Allah has commanded, they will follow that one. Just last Friday's khutbah, I mentioned that Hazrat Abu Bakr radhiyallahu anhu said in his first sermon that whenever you see that I am deviating from the Quranic injunctions, commandments, and the Sunnah, then guide me and don't obey me. But apart from that, you don't have the right. So that means Khalifa of the time always guides you according to the teaching of the Holy Quran, commandments given in the Holy Quran, and the Sunnah. And once he gives the directives or guidance to you according to the Quran and the Sunnah, then you don't have any excuse to say we disobey. Either you prove that your commandment, your order, your guidance is against the teaching of the Holy Quran and the practice of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, that is Sunnah, or obey it. If you say that it is not in the Holy Quran and has never been practiced by the Holy Prophet ﷺ, then you will have to give the proof of it. And for that, you will write to Khalifa of the time. Instead of just talking and giving loose comments on social media. This is the right way. Even I remember in my first or second khutbah, I said that whenever you see something wrong in me, you ask me and try to correct me. If I think that whatever I said was right, then I will give you the proof that I was right. If you are right, then I will correct myself. But you don't have the right to talk here and there. That was my first or second sermon after Khilafat. So even I have said this thing. Right? So, maroof means anything which is according to the Quran. There is a narration, the hadith, that once a group of Sahaba was sent for an expedition, and on the way they lit the fire there. The commander of that group said that jump into that fire. Some of them said, okay, we should jump because this is the order that we should obey the commander, obey the Amir. And the others say, no, it is a suicide. We shall not do it. And there were some people who were ready to jump into the fire. Then commander said, oh no, they are becoming serious. He stopped and no, I was just joking. when they came back and narrated this story to the Holy Prophet ﷺ, the Holy Prophet ﷺ said that if you had done that, you had done wrong. You had done suicide. This decision of the commander was not maroof and not according to the teaching of Islam and the commandments of Allah Ta'ala. And those who refused to do it, they took right decision. And those who were ready to jump into the fire, they were wrong. And commander was also wrong by giving this decision. So this is the thing, that any decision which is against the teaching of Quran and the Sunnah is not maroof. And you have the right to disobey it. But the decision which is according to the Quran and Sunnah, you have to obey it. Right? But if you say that this decision is not good and this is not right, then you write to the Khalifa of the time. Ask him, why you are giving this decision? Why you are asking us to obey this order or guidance, whereas it is wrong, it is against the teaching of Quran and Sunnah. Then Khalifa of the time will ask them, either he will prove that his guidance was right, or he will admit that, okay, you are right, so, and then he will take the decision back. But you have no right to spread and mislead the people on social media. Okay? ठीक है? Assalamu alaikum.
Huzoor, my question is, some Atfal and Khuddam become detached from the Jamaat because their parents do not bring them to the mosque. Once this has happened, it is very difficult to build a relationship with these Atfal and Khuddam. What guidance does beloved Huzoor have for this issue?
If they have become detached from the Jamaat because of their parents, then there should be combined and consolidated effort by this Jamaat system, Ansarullah and Khuddamul Ahmadiyya, to do the tarbiyat of those parents or elders. They should try to remove the grievances they have, because parents are normally detached from the Jamaat because of their personal grievances with the office bearers. If office bearers are good, they will also change. So this is the duty of office bearers, that they should remove the doubts and grievances they have in their minds. Once they are reformed, then children will also be reformed. But at the same time, Khuddamul Ahmadiyya and Al-Fadl Ahmadiyya should make a plan that they should have personal attachment or friendship with those Atfal and Khuddam. So not only ask them to come to the mosque or come to the meetings and ijtimas, but if you have any playground and you are gathering there to play football or any other game, you want to ask them that, yes, you can come there to play with us. So once they start coming to you, they will attach to you to some extent. And with the passage of time, they will also improve their relation with the Jamaat and with you. So all your Khuddamul Ahmadiyya office bearers should also form a team, so that those people who are not very much attached to the Jamaat, they should try to make personal contacts with them. In this way, they will come close to you. Right? But before that, a consolidated effort should be made by the whole system of the Jamaat, the mainstream Jamaat and auxiliary organizations, to remove the grievances and doubts of their parents, and Lajna as well. If they are reformed, then they themselves attached to the Jamaat, then children will also start coming to the mosque. Otherwise, it is quite possible that you might be successful in attaching the children, but after some time their parents ask them to, no, you are not allowed to go to the mosque. So if they are children of the age of 15 or below, If they are above that, then they can have their own decision. But as I have said, that we have to reform the whole family. And for that, we have to make some concerted effort. Right? Assalamu alaikum. Anji Sadr Sahab, now time is over. I think quite a number of questions have been answered. I can see very pious faces, those who are sitting here. They are good-natured, Khuddam al-Ahmadiyya, mashallah. Allah Ta'ala strengthen them in their faith and make them the good asset for the Jamaat and for their nation as well. Okay? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
C'était là les points forts de quelques activités du calife le week-end dernier. Nous terminons maintenant par un extrait du dernier sermon du vendredi du calife. Dans son dernier sermon du vendredi, sa sainteté le calife qu'Allah soit son soutien a poursuivi sa série sur le calife Abu Bakr radhiyallahu anhu. Vers la fin de son sermon, sa sainteté le calife qu'Allah soit son soutien a demandé des prières en raison de la guerre qui sévit en Ukraine.
आज फिर मैं दुनिया के मौजूदा हालात हैं उस बारे में कहना चाहता हूँ. दुआ करें अल्लाह ताला दोनों तरफ की हुकूमतों को अक्ल दे, समझ दे और इंसानियत का खून करने से लोग बाज आ जाएं. साथ ही ये जंग जो है हमें मुसलमानों को भी सबक लेना चाहिए कि किस तरह ये लोग एक हो गए हैं, लेकिन मुसलमान बावजूद एक कलमा पढ़ने के कभी एक नहीं होते. एक मुल्क तबाह किया, इराक़ तबाह करवाया, सीरिया तबाह कराया, यमन को तबाही हो रही है और गैरों से करवाते हैं और ख़ुद भी कर रहे हैं. बजाय इसके कि एक हों, कम अज़ कम ये इकाई का सबक ही इन लोगों से सीख लें ये मुसलमान. अल्लाह ताला मुस्लिम कौम पे भी रहम करे, मुसलमानों पे भी रहम करे, उम्मत मुस्लिमा पर रहम करे. और ये उसी सूरत में हो सकता है जब ये लोग ज़माने के इमाम को मानने वाले भी हों और जो इसी मकसद के लिए अल्लाह ताला ने इस ज़माने में भेजा है. अल्लाह ताला अक्ल और समझ दे और साथ ही जहाँ ये अपनी हालत में दुरुस्त करने वाले हों वहाँ दुनिया के लिए दुआ भी करें और अपने वसाइल और ज़राए इस्तेमाल करके दुनिया को जंगों से रोकने वाले भी हों.